Collective. Hello, beautiful soul family. Welcome to this collective reading meant for you. If you have clicked on this video, trust that you've been guided here at the right moment for you to receive these messages. Beautiful soul family. So we, in the energy of the new moon, Scorpio, feel like there is a lot of shock waves in the energy with water. Scorpio is water. Could be some deep shocks within the water. Also could be, I feel like lots of revolutions. There could be a lot of reveals. We have the universe, 21. And I really feel like the 21 represents the closing, the completion, coming to a totality, coming to a final. So something was closing up, and we see that there was something that I feel like something within the cycle, something that was in the consciousness for a while, and I feel like it was almost like hypnotic. It was almost like lying dormant within us, not really realizing it, and it's almost like that being phased out, not being really aware. And I feel like this is that release of that smoke, of that cloud. This is just 21 is also 2 + 1 is 3. So that is like growth cycle, something had to come to a finishing so that you can have a deeper understanding, and the universe is at play with this, right? It is playing with the energies. It is something had to collapse, something had to really be almost like expand so much that it almost became a part of us, right? And I feel like this is the reminder that energies at play. There is a lot of spiritual games that are really interfering, and I feel like this is when the folding, the collapsing, and it's almost like you are the witness. You are that witness to the bigger picture, the witness to this bigger unveiling. And it's like whatever felt like it had to come to terms, or you had to come to terms with, I feel like it was growth. It was something that was needing to change. There was number 5. It's all about change, right? It's all about really looking at something one way and then turning into something else, and financial and material changes, right? It's almost like it's almost, and I feel like this was a change for the world, a change that for a new verse, a new song, a new tune, a new frequency, the frequency of 1. And this 5, you see the hands are all cut up. It's almost like this is like beliefs. This is like, we're all so different. We all are, everything. We're so different that it's like it separates us, right? And the separation, I feel like, is something that, again, was like this being stuck in this phase that we weren't connected. And this disconnect, I feel like, was that ability to see the potential in everybody else's differences. So the change, the possibility, the change of beliefs, the change that we all come from the same universe, the same whole, the same space. And I feel like that time, it was almost like eye-opening. And I feel like it was almost done in stages. Number 5, I feel like the past 5 years has been it's been crucial for what's been going on. If you really break it all down, It's been a cycle, and now it's coming to a closing. So like closing tides of chaos. The chaos was so that you could see. It was almost like you can't miss the storm outside, right? You know that there's a storm. It's not subtle. So I feel like this was like something that was needing to happen, to wake up from the sleep, wake up from the somber, wake up from the sleep cycles. And it's coming back to uni. It's one, right? After the universe, it's going to be starting beginning a chapter. All right, let's just see what's the energy of the chapter. Choose wisely. There's lots of options. There's lots of choices. And I feel like this chapter that was closing out, it brought you a lot of wise information, a lot of answers, and I feel like sitting here in the dock, these options, these choices, it's almost like needing time to really see all the hands at play, right? It's almost like sitting there and watching, and there's 5 hands, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's almost like watching all the different hands that are almost like making the choices for you. So the wisdom sometimes is to sit in the quiet and watch the storm all around you and not step into the storm, but allow it to pass by and witness. It's almost like focus on the choices that aren't at play. There's really not I feel like these are all at other people's will, at other people's, benefit. I feel like this is a higher perspective to move not in these directions that will have you walking in over your head. Recognition, reward. Yeah, it's that time to understand the journey, to deepen the journey, the mountains, almost like looking back on the journey and recognizing the rewards that you received. It wasn't from the tallest mountain you climbed. It was from what life was showing you, the path, the unwritten path, the path that you have not walked yet. We have the 3 and the 3, the universe, and 2, intuition. Yeah, it's a guided path. I feel like what the external world is showing you is not your own choice. These are not your choices. These are choices that were fabricated by design. And I feel like your intuition is, look, the 2 birds, your intuition, number 2, right? That's the key to the outer world, is within you, the higher experience. The reward is in the wisdom, recognizing the choices. You don't have all the choices. You don't have to choose, because all of them may not be for you. They're all fabricated to steer you off your path, because the path is not yet written. That's why it's not yet written. It's like you are in this moment of where the storm's happening all around you, feeling like you have to make a decision and go into the storm. But I feel like this is a time of recognizing what you've learned. Yeah, so I feel like that's confusing energy. This is like choosing a door, and it's like feeling like that you have to choose what others, what is already written, what's been already decided, but it makes you feel like you have a choice, right? Because there's so many. But the reward is yet to come. It's yet to come. That you are writing your own book. You're writing your own chapter. Look at that. 21, the world. Look at that. Double confirmation. The world, the universe, 21, 21. Whatever is being whisked away in the wind, it's closing out, it's completing a chapter, something that was needing to be left behind, is to bring in a new beginning, opportunities, the Fool, right? Exactly what it is. It's endless possibilities. This is like not knowing exactly where you're going, but it's like walking with confidence that you can go anywhere you desire. It doesn't have to be on the path that's already been designed. This is freedom. This is free. That feeling of being free, feeling of taking a leap into a new journey, taking a leap of faith. It's like kicking off the old, and it's like this new fresh energy. So I feel like with Aquarius and the Fool, I feel like it's like you can go anywhere you want to. And 7 of Cups, number 7. Again, all these choices. But I feel like these choices they're just to control your decisions, because you are much more than that. You don't have to have one of these choices. You don't need to be shown A, B, or C. It's like you can create whatever you want. The 6 of Wands, success. This is the success in writing your own story, and it's almost like it's not by trickery. It's not designed. This is embracing and caring about success in a whole different way. This is when you are winning and you're not looking for recognition. You're simply doing it because that's the way you see the world, and it's showing others like being that fiery energy for others, giving hope to those that didn't have hope. And it's like not keeping the success and all of the wins for yourself, but it's sharing. That's what I feel like you feel the most free, the most rewards, is not holding on to things for yourself, for your own gains, but just sharing it with the world. And I feel like this is a new sense of empathy, a new sense of feeling lost in this world of authority and strictness and no compassion. And I feel like it's because the choices have been put ahead in front of us and you could only choose, it's like, these are your options, that's all you can choose, where it's very restrictive. And I feel like this is that breaking free, breaking out of that cycle and breaking the curse of not standing on your own and not standing for liberation and freedom and the love and care for others. Like, that's the reward for you. That's the success. It is truly making your own the freedom to make your own choices, the freedom to have your own free will. It's growth in truth. It's the growth in freedom. It's freedom to see truth and be aware and authentic and move places that others may find to be silly and foolish, but it's a perception of others. And that is where I feel like the world is closing out cycles of where we choose to grow and where we choose to put our choices, and that we're not stuck. Just starting from a place where opportunities grow when you plant these seeds of growth. Looking at the world, Two of Wands, looking at the world, have the world in your hands and seeing it from a completely different way. Seeing the world from a different point of view. Holding the world in your hands, that you have all of you choose, you decide. You are the one that recognizes the world to be a place where everybody is happy and free. Look at that, 9 of Pentacles, wow. Independent growth, that is planting seeds that are harvesting in abundance. This is someone who is constantly able to turn lemons into lemonade. And the energy that's put out, they receive back. And that is the blessings. That is when you are able to plant seeds and reap the harvest. Seeing the world not for all of the different viewpoints, all the differences between all of us, but how we can work together, how can we harvest growth in a way that we all look at the world, see the world and others in the same way. We all and that's the biggest recognition and the reward. Is your choice to love or to lack, to make moves or need moves made for you. It can feel like a storm, it can feel like energy being wrapped up, and it can feel really fast, movement, but that is when creation happens, right? Whenever it's almost like creative chaos, right? You have the world in your hands, and I feel like this journey is leading you to a path that you create, not that's been created. 3 of Swords. I feel like there's been pain, there's been a lot of realizations. You know, the 3 of Swords can be like heartbreak, it can be something very painful, and I feel like the painful is the things that hurt us the most are usually 10 of Swords, the things that affect our growth. So it's something needing to be shown to the point of realization that sometimes painful endings, sometimes painful situations were for a purpose, to show you the rewards and the blessings that you create when you take a leap of faith in a direction of growth and looking at the world from a completely different way. Queen of Pentacles, looking at it as cycles of growth, and we're always learning, and there's necessary pivots of emotions, of pain and painful endings. It's necessary to get to that point of the Queen of Pentacles, that she understands the lessons, and she is very practical, knowing that the lessons are always encouraging growth. All right, so I feel like this is that split point where you see the different side that choices have made, making certain choices, thinking that you had to follow a certain direction. And I feel like that was that confusion, that was that slumber, and breaking out of that. And I feel like now it's all about your own personal growth. It's all about it's like you're learning and you're growing, and you're able to feel that presence of when you actually accomplish something on your own. It's that pulling of the old world to the new world, where you create your own success. That there's changes that were needed to make, and it's new direction. Letting go and being free, not holding on to anything that was meant to show you something, and recognize that the success is in the way you handle, the way you put out your energy, and the way you portray, the way you show up for others. I feel like it's recognizing that is the most important thing, to share the growth, to share, as for all of us to be successful, for the planet to be successful, we would want all of us to be in this place, right, of harmony, abundance. And it's almost like we're only winning if all of us are winning. We're only as strong as the team is only as strong as the weakest player. So I feel like this is sharing in the success. It's not wanting the recognition, but it's wanting the success for all. All right. So I feel like this is really seeing the challenges I've really brought you to where you are, and it showed you you're wiser, smarter, and you're able to face the world on your own agenda, on your own. You write your own book.